We got this boat trailer here today. This is a Ranger boat trailer. It's fiberglass. The owner backed into something, ripped all the back end apart. We didn't get any footage of it, but this was actually all remade. It's all new fiberglass. Now the tricky part's coming in and matching this candy paint. This is a true candy with a red clear on top, really heavy flake in it. The reason we got this tape line here is because it's gonna save the customer from us painting the other half of it. So we're actually just gonna blend out this area and get our clear to here, to that tape line, and we're gonna sand that tape line out so you'll never know the difference. It just saves a lot of time and effort into going in the rest of it, which then saves the customer a bunch of money. It's an older boat, so it's not, it doesn't have to be show car quality. Always starting the process with our 75 to 80% ISO, wiping it all down, getting rid of any contaminants, any fingerprints, any grease residue, any fumes in the air that might have landed on here, any kind of contaminants at all. This will take care of it. We're gonna start off by putting a sealer down. We're gonna go with a black sealer. That's what should be underneath this heavy metallic. Then we're gonna go in with our metallic, which is a really heavy glitter. We're gonna do the entire thing, the silver that you see here. We're gonna go in with the red afterwards, and then put the black tape line on top. Because all this red is, it's actually not even a red. This is the same silver you see on the top. The only difference is there's a red clear coat on top. That's what gives these metallics, these candies, a pop. It's like a red concentrate that goes into the clear. It almost looks like blood. That gets sprayed on top of that silver. And the hard part is matching that exact tone of the red. I'm just gonna have to eyeball that one. Here's the metallic we got. This is the metal flake we got for the boat. It's a very heavy metal flake. So how that's gonna work out is we're gonna spray the black sealer down, and then this is gonna get put into a mid coat, which is basically just a clear that holds it a little bit thicker. So it'll hold these metallics and suspend them in the layer. And then from there, we'll go in with the red top coat, which is concentrated red in the clear as well. This stuff is 3 to 1 to 1 to 1. Sealer's ready, time to suit up, start spraying. We got it all blown off and ISO wipe. Now we're just gonna come in with a tack pot, tack it all. I blew myself off, try to keep all the dust out. It's inevitable getting a little bit of dust, but do what we can to keep it out. I run about 30 pounds and about half the trigger. I don't wanna load it up, I just wanna dust it on for the most part. We're gonna let that sit for about 10-15 minutes, and we're gonna come back and put the metallic flakes down and hope we can't match it. So now that the sealer's dried up, we're gonna tack everything again. We don't want any of that sealer overspray contaminating into the clear coat, which will ruin our look overall after. Now we're gonna hit it with the metallic. This is gonna be the fun part.
Oh, I don't know. Barely anything's coming up.
You know what? They're not going through the filter. I gotta pull the filter out. I didn't think of that one. If you ever use these PPS cups and you don't want a filter, just push it out. We did not reduce this. We didn't want any reducer because we want more of a carrier for the metallics because they're so thick. Look at how thick those are.
That's better. It's barely spraying, it's still so thick.
We're gonna let this dry up for a little bit and we're gonna hit it with another probably 2 or 3 coats before it's a full coverage. And definitely give it the effect I think we're going with. That metallic looks like it's gonna be pretty close to the original as well. Maybe a little bit big. I don't know, actually it's gonna be pretty close. So we got our metallics laid out now. We actually did a couple more coats of them and left it sit overnight to dry. There was a lot of it going down, so I didn't want to risk putting tape down before it was actually cured up, because then it's gonna lift and we're starting over. So now we gotta go in with this really fine tape. This is a vinyl tape. It's really stretchy to get around all our edges and bend, contour how we want it. We could stretch it, do whatever we want with it. So that's gonna get laid down so that we can do the red. That's the most challenging part now, is this red. So we're gonna tape off where this black is, that black line. We're gonna continue that black line right down, cover the silver so that it stays silver, and then just do the red. Let that cure up for a few hours, then we're gonna go in with the black, do a black tape line, and do that, and then clear over everything and hope for the best. So we're just eyeballing all of this, really. There's no specific formula to go off of. We're using a ruby red base, Ford's ruby red. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit darker than Ford's ruby red, but I think it's gonna give us a good starting point. Oh yeah. Let's see what this makes. So now we got almost a blood color. It's gonna be pretty close. So that's what it's gonna do to that silver. See how the stick's silver? Now it's red. It's gonna give that real good pop. You can see as we add more on the stick, it actually darkens it. And that's what's gonna happen as we add layers. Every layer of that red is gonna darken the color. But you gotta be careful, because every layer is more susceptible to runs and cracking in the future. Let's make some paint. Mix some paint. Spray some paint. Let's spray some paint. There's one coat. By looking at that, we're gonna need about 6. So we're gonna go darken this even more. We added 3 times the amount of red that the ruby red originally called for. So it should be quite a bit darker. So now we got this thickness, and what I'm gonna do is go on both sides of it with our blue tape, and then mask off both sides, just spray that black. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get some clear on it. So we're just gonna go slightly past our line, just like 1/8 of an inch. You can see where it's shiny. That guarantees there is no overspray there. This is actually thinners on this rag too. We're gonna wipe just that edge. See that? That would have been what we were trying to polish afterwards. We don't want that. We want straight clear. Be able to polish just to clear. That way we can have an exact line and polish it out. You'll never know the difference between the both sides. We got it done now. We let it sit for a couple of hours and unmasked it, and the reveal was actually a lot better than I expected. This thing matches pretty close. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the metallics we ordered are slightly bigger than the original, but from a distance you don't really notice it. Like from here I can't tell. The color looks almost perfect. So what we were talking about before is this tape line. It's just a little clear tape line right there. So all we gotta do now is sand that down, which we're gonna sand this down to get rid of all the orange peel from the built up metal flake layers. Left a lot of orange peel, but we'll sand that down, polish the entire thing. You shouldn't know that this thing is any different at all. I'm very impressed with how it turned out for just eyeballing it. It turned out pretty good. If you guys watched this far in the video, we appreciate that. Like and subscribe, that goes a long ways for us. Thank you very much.